Who doesn't like a USA-made, retro-style, budget-friendly belt knife? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here at the channel, and having a great time playing with this tool. I just kind of bought it on a whim. I'd seen it. It kind of has a KEPHART design. It is in the old Hickory line of Ontario Knife Company blades, made right here in the USA. We got a little leather sheath here. Full tang, 1075 high carbon steel, wood handles, pinned in, and gonna come in at a very reasonable price point of about $30. We will have links as we discuss competitive options, things like that, and whether or not it performs, and it might be something that you're into throughout this video. Do appreciate if you guys use those hyperlinks that we offer to you. It's like viewers like you that make videos like this possible. But in this video, not only am I gonna get out here, been able to test it, use it, play with it a bunch, show you what its potential is, what its capabilities are, maybe if there are any drawbacks, running a few competitive options in that pricing so that you guys can make a wise choice if you're in the market and this kind of style really connects with you, but maybe you're on a tighter budget. A lot of KEPHARTs can easily go for about $100. This can get you into that design for a lot, more pocket friendly or budget friendly capability. So we're going to take a look today. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, folks, we're going to change it up by going into the sheath here early on in the video. And that's what kind of sets some of these old Hickories, now that they're producing out from some of the older versions, is that you do get a leather sheath. It's very basic, but it gets the job done. Good little belt loop there. The sheath is made in China. The knife is made in the US. Just saw that little sticker in there. But easily get most belts through there. One run of stitching, a little drainage hole, and then a little plastic insert in there, just kind of give it a little extra durability. It's decent, it's quiet, flush, with your belt, and that's really nice. If you really dangle it upside down, it will just fall out. So you could try to do a little bit of molding, wet molding around it, just can give it a little bit of a better grip. But for just an average little drop leather sheath, and for the package and the pricing, decent, gets the job done. All right, the handle here is another cool aspect. For the pricing, usually you'd find like a synthetic polymer, fully enclosed fixed blade. This is an exposed tang with handles that are wood, that are pinned in. So that's just a cool aspect. Good sizing to them. Got plenty of real estate. Little guard right there, metal guard. Just keeps your hand from sliding up. I like that. 4.7 inches overall, about 0.65 on the overall thickness, contoured, rounded. I like that a lot. So you're going to be able to use it in every single grip, and just feels very comfortable, very natural. Long woods or cooking tasks that you would want to do with it, and it's not going to create any hot spots or be kind of awkward. And it's just very basic, very natural, very classic in the overall handle construction and design. So finally, onto the blade. Classic leaf-shaped design, 4 inches overall blade length, perfect for your general utility around camp or woodscraft. 1 inch high from edge to spine. It does have a 90-degree spine that makes it very easy to start a fire if you want to do that, so that's great. And then we have a thickness of 0.09, so very thin, great for slicing. That's great for food prep. That alone, it is an epic food prep knife. That's really where the old Hickories were originally designed for. So that part is great. So if you do a lot of kitchen work, you like this style around your campsite, around your RV, when you're out there woodscrafting, I mean, all of that, this is going to be an epic blade in that regard. Now, it is made, again, here in America out of 1075 steel with a Rockwell of 57 to 59. So they have brought it up a little bit. That's similar to like 420 HC that like Buck does and stuff. And so you're going to get decent edge retention. It's by no means, as good as 1095 when properly heat treated. The really cool thing is, even when I did some batoning, the toughness of this blade was really evident. Okay, we got a really good bend in there, so we'll see what it does. I'm gonna back it out. Nice. Nice. Yeah, baby. Bounce right back into place. Yeah, it's straight as an arrow. Sweet. There you go. So that was very impressive, that I was able to bend that sucker quite a bit and sprang right back into place. That's very good, and that it's holding its edge decently, and then I can easily, you know, tune it up. Not a big deal at all. The edge geometry is done well. Sometimes, just being honest with Ontario, it's all over the place. Sometimes you get a knife that's like dull as a butter knife. Sometimes you get something that's razor sharp. This one is performing well. It was a little, because of how thin it is, you actually have to work at it to find where the edge is to get a good cut on wood. Again, food and rope and other cordage and other materials I was going through did great, but you actually have to kind of get used to how thin the knife is when you are doing particularly feather sticks and feather shaving. Just general wood carving, totally easy to do. And so that's something just to note and just kind of be aware of. But this particular model, for me, the edge geometry was good. The precision of slicing, cutting, and just all your general tasks you want your, you know, compact fixed blade to do, this thing can absolutely do it. All right, so now let's move on into price and competitive options. Now I paid $32 on Amazon for this little bad boy. That's usually about what's going for, so let's say 30 bucks just to make it easy. For what we're getting, USA made, 1075, little leather sheath, full tang. I mean, it seems to be right there in value. If you like the style, if you like the materials, it's actually pretty inexpensive, and you can get yourself into kind of a cool retro KEPHART style knife without having to break the bank and spend, you know, $100 or more on average to get that style, and, you know, performing well. Now, some just options here to kind of think through. You know, we have obviously a Mora companion or heavy duty companion, depending on which model you want to go with. Those will fluctuate anywhere between closer now to like $16 to, let's say, $25 on average. Now, nowhere near as retro, as cool, but very, very formidable in that same size range, and kind of as a, you know, outdoor camp knife, companion blade, belt knife, right? Polymer sheath. And the Scandi grind on those will still outperform in woodscraft over this Old Hickory, but I like these Old Hickories for food prep and kitchen work more than a Mora. So just kind of, you know, depending on what you're doing. And it's cool to have, you know, budget-friendly options that are available out there. As another just kind of cool, a little bit more retro look, still Scandi, but this is BPS knives. It's been a while since I've done these. Carbon steel, I believe it's 1060 or 1065, so close in comparison. You know, it comes with a little leather sheath, and they have a few different variations that I'll have in links for you guys below. And those can go as easily, you know, like around 18 to 20 bucks last time I checked, up to, you know, like $30. So very competitive as well if you're looking for some more retro, like leather and wood handles over like the polymer and synthetics that Mora offers. Now, as one last little option, or just kind of more perspective, this is a knife I'm also working on currently. This is the TAC 2 from Ontario. Comes with a little bit more robust leather sheath. It's a little bit better built, but we are looking at, you know, like stabilized wood handles, and we're looking at 1075 as well. A lot beefier, way thicker, you know, bolted on handle scales. The handle is a little bit larger. It's definitely heavier, but full flat grind. And this guy's going to go for at least double, if not almost triple the price. I'm seeing them anywhere between like $70 and $90 currently, which I think is way overpriced. And we're going to talk about that in the upcoming video. If this was more like around 55 to 60 max for the materials, then maybe we could argue that. But for 1075 steel, you know, when you're talking about woods work and kitchen work, and just general camping, a lot of times an Old Hickory will do everything you would want it to do, because at this size range, yes, it's a little bit thicker and more robust, but it's heavier. You know, I'm not going to really be able to chop that much just because of how small it is, and that added weight, you know, and that thickness, I can't really span that much more in batoning. So I don't really see necessarily sometimes an overbuilt knife at this size, particularly with the exact same steel you're going to be getting on the Old Hickory. You know, I would argue for most tasks, the Old Hickory, save yourself, you know, significant amount of money and get, in some cases, even more work done because of the thinner stock that the Old Hickory has. Well guys, there you have it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a really good understanding now of what the capabilities, maybe any limitations in the overall design of this fishing game from Old Hickory, Ontario Knife Company. But I mean, I gotta say, if you're looking for this kind of KEPHART 4-inch-ish size belt knife, you don't want to break the bank, maybe you don't like doing a lot of modifications, or you want to start modding your tools and you don't want to do it to a $300 knife yet, this is a great option. I think it would be a good gift option, you know, for someone getting into the outdoors, you know, a Boy Scout, something like that. If you just want to have them stand out from the crowd with, say, against a Mora, you know, or something like that in that realm, having kind of a more retro feel than some of those synthetic handle and sheath models and knives that are out there around this pricing. So look forward to hearing from you guys what's your experience been with the Old Hickory line, particularly as they've started putting sheaths on them and, you know, making more and more available kind of as outdoor tools. What's been your experience? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? And just appreciate you guys so much for coming over today. I invite you to check out the other video, subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber here at the channel, and until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.